Welcome back to Chatfuel School. Obviously, today we're talking all about the Instagram algorithm, and for that reason, you can really think of today's show like an episode of Scooby-Doo because we will be solving that mystery. Now, before we fully dive in today, quick announcement, but very exciting and major announcement, which is that Chatfuel will soon be supporting Instagram messaging. Yes, you can pinch yourself, you're not dreaming. Chatfuel plus Instagram. Basically, for the time being, what this means is that you as a business owner will be able to set an away message that gets sent to people who DM you outside of your business hours, which is extremely valuable for businesses on Instagram. Now, down the line, this will mean so much more and be so much more valuable. But regardless, if you want to be the first to know when these tools officially go live on Chatfuel, be sure to click the link down below in the description. This is going to be huge, if you couldn't tell already. Now, without further ado, over to you, Boyana.
Hi everyone! Today our special guest is Instagram expert Jen Herman. Using our Scooby-Doo analogy, she's like, Wilma. She's the brain of operation. Why? Because she's one of the authors of Instagram for Dummies. I know you heard of that book, which is 400 pages of brilliance. She's been writing about how to use Instagram for business for a decade on her marketing blog called Jen's Trend, and she's also a regular speaker at the highly respected Social Media Marketing World Conference. Imagine that. Also, growing up, she actually wanted to become a detective, solving murder mysteries. And while she does have degrees in biology and forensic science, now her full-time job is solving mysteries on Instagram. Actually, about Instagram algorithm, but you know what I mean. Here's Jan's first tip for increasing your visibility on Instagram.
Don't rely on your bio for search. Instagram search sucks, okay? I love Instagram for a million reasons. Search, not one of them. When it comes to search, if someone goes to Instagram and they're looking for a keyword, Instagram is going to look at your name and your username. That's it. Nothing in your bio is searchable. All the words in there, and if you put hashtags in there, all that, none of those matter for searchability. They will not show up. So if you want to be found for a keyword or something specifically relevant to your business, your brand, your niche, your solution, your product, those words need to be in both the name and the username. So for context, my username is at JENNS_trends. That's my business name. My name field says Jen Herman, Instagram expert. So if someone goes to Instagram and looks for my business name, my personal name, or an Instagram expert, they're going to find me in search. So if you're a photographer, make sure photographer's in there. If you're a local business that serves a local geographical area, put that geographical area in one of those fields. It's really important that you have those there or you're not going to show up in search.
So using keywords in those two places is key. Like, if you don't follow Jen's advice, you're literally saying, I don't want more customers. It's kind of like starting a business on Mars. You might have the best, most amazing product ever. You might even say it's out of this world, but nobody's ever going to find it, except maybe aliens or Elon Musk. But once you finally have people actually visiting your Instagram page, the question is, what kind of photos should you be posting? And Jen says, whatever you do, avoid busy images.
So have simple backgrounds or clear focal points, a pop of color that draws attention to a specific place. When you have, let's say, like a photo of like a busy intersection and there's cars and there's buildings and there's lights and there's people, your eye can't focus quickly on one thing. And what happens is when someone's scrolling quickly through an Instagram feed, when they see a busy photo, they can't focus and they're most likely going to keep on scrolling. But if there's a clear focal point, they're more likely to slow down, pay attention, and even just that slowing of the pace, if they do nothing else, can be considered positive rankings algorithmically. So find ways to make sure that your content is capturing their attention in the feed, and busy images that we see all the time can be really distracting. In addition to that, a lot of text on images on Instagram usually a no-no. They're really busy. There's all the text. People aren't typically going to read photos. Have a great image and then put the caption has all of the information that they need in the details. So don't overwhelm your photos just being busy in general or being busy with text. 2 or 3 words, okay, not too much text.
So it's time for a quick pop quiz. Let's quickly check if we understood Jan's recommendation. Which one of these images has the clearer focal point? Which one would make you stop scrolling? Which one would you actually double tap to like? I mean, honestly, I'd like any donut right about now. My PMS is killing me and I'm craving sugar like a maniac. And I would do like everything. But let us know in the comments what do you think, what is the right answer. Now, if you're looking for a sweet treat, like me, be sure to click that link in the description below to get notified when we launch Instagram messaging. In the meantime, here's another piece of algorithm advice from Jan about how frequently you should post on Instagram. Man, I really need to hear this.
We are still in this mentality of post more, that more is better, and I'm here to tell you that is so wrong. On average, posting every single day on Instagram in the feed is too much. The average business doesn't have enough high quality content to drive engagement, to keep people, interested in their content on a daily basis. And when you post every single day, you're actually making your content compete with itself. Your average follower does not log in every single day. If they only log in once a week, twice a week, and if you have 7 or so pieces of content from the last time they logged in, Instagram has to rank all of that for them, and they're not likely to scroll far enough to see each of those 7 posts. They may only see 2. But if you'd only posted twice, they would have seen all of it. So you would have had more reach on those 2 posts, and you can ensure that they're going to be more likely to see the most relevant content rather than Instagram choosing which ones they should see, and maybe they missed the ones that they really needed to see. So less content is better. 3 to 5 times a week, it's usually sufficient for most businesses. Just in context, on my main account for Jen's Trends, I post 1 to 2 times a month. That's it, because if I don't have high quality content that's relevant to my audience, I'm just not posting it. So keep that in mind. Less is actually more when it comes to the feed.
So again, when you're posting to the feed, remember that the algorithm prefers quality over quantity. And when you think about it, it's really like the process of manufacturing a car, because sure, you can produce an average car in about a day, but if you really want to produce something of high quality, like a Ferrari, for example, well, then that'll take you 6 months. So sure, you can always go down the fast and cheap route, but if you produce something of quality, that payoff is definitely going to be worth it. Now, we're going to take a quick break here and watch a TikTok video that'll show you how to create a clear focal point in your photos, just like what Jen mentioned earlier. So we'll be back in 15 seconds.
One way to instantly step up your iPhone photography game. First things first, head over to the camera and head over to portrait. Top right hand corner, you'll see the F. From here, you want to set it to f1.4. Then get your subject, place it in front of your phone, and boom, instant dreamy backgrounds.
So up till now, we mainly talked about Instagram feed, which is super important, we can't lie, but obviously we can't ignore stories either. There is way too much going on there. To understand better how stories fit in your Instagram strategy, let's imagine that Instagram is a theater production. The stage is your feed, you go there with polished and perfect content that you tried a billion times and you're ready to shine. The backstage, your stories. It's more casual, chaotic, real. So earlier we talked about how to get your account discovered. Let's talk now about how to boost your visibility with stories.
I recommend using the hashtag sticker, just using 1. If you want to use a text box, I don't recommend using more than 3 in the text box. You can technically use up to 10, but Instagram likes to mess around with how many of them work. 3 is pretty much a guarantee. Anything after that, sometimes they don't always work. So I recommend using the sticker. That way you know it's going to work, and then you only get 1 hashtag per post. That's my best practice. using hashtags, go broad. So use something like hashtag science, hashtag social media, hashtag San Diego. Use something broad in your hashtags for more exposure. Stories are only available for 24 hours. So the chances someone's looking for something super niche specific in that time frame, not likely. So it's less likely that you're going to show up. Now, obviously something broad, there's a lot more people creating content, so there's no guarantee you will show up, but you have a greater chance of showing up in those search results on a broader hashtag for Instagram stories.
So when it comes to using hashtags on your Instagram stories, you really gotta go big or go home. Or since I guess we've all been stuck inside the past couple months, technically you could do both, right? You could go big and stay at home, but we're running out of time here, so Jen had one last tip to share with us to demystify the almighty Instagram algorithm, and that is that when you're posting stories, you really want to be like an elementary school teacher grading papers, because you want to use lots and lots of these stickers.
Add stickers that create that active engagement. Things like polls, questions, quizzes, all those ones that create that active engagement where they have to literally click on your story to take an action. Same thing goes for whenever you have app mentions. If you put something with a click here and it's linking to somebody else's profile or to your own profile and they literally are clicking on it, those are all incredibly positive rankings algorithmically because it's an active behavior on the story. Those questions, polls, and quizzes stickers are really good because it gets people to interact. You can ask them questions and kind of do trivia and teach them things, use it as an educational tool. You have it just be fun. Are you decorating for the holidays? Yes or no. Simple things like that, but it drives engagement, and engagement keeps your content ranking higher.
Active engagement. That's really the perfect phrase to sum up what the Instagram algorithm will reward. It's just, like when speakers at conferences get cheered by their audience, that signals them to deliver more of the content and that their content is good. But if the audience starts drawing or throwing rotten tomatoes, then the speaker, needs to leave the stage. Luckily for Jan, we have nothing but applause for her and her actionable Instagram marketing tips. Again, you can find her book, Instagram for Dummies, on Amazon, and you can follow her on Instagram, Jan Strands. All those links, where in the description. Now, before we wrap up today's show, we have a question for you in the chat. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I don't know about you guys, but I love me some memes, so naturally I follow the @memes Instagram account. Anyway, as we mentioned earlier, if you want to be the first to know when we officially launch these Instagram messaging tools, then definitely check out the link below in the description. This is going to be huge and help you chat with your customers at scale on Instagram. So when this rocket ship takes off, you do not want to be left behind. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.